Is it politics? You know, some say that's why Lyle and Erik Menendez got the hook in the first place. Then they were going to be resentenced, could have been released from prison after 35 years almost behind bars because of what? The new understanding that maybe they were telling the truth about this pattern of abuse that we would understand differently if the trial were held today. The sitting DA recommended the brothers be resentenced from serving life without the possibility of parole for murdering their parents to something else, being eligible. But then a new DA named Hochman came into town and said this.
The Menendezes deserve a DA actually doing their job so that there's no cloud of credibility over a decision. When you had the prior DA make that decision 12 days before an election, I will perform that thorough review on this case and quite honestly every case that a case like this deserves. And if I need some additional time, there will not be delay for delay's sake.
What does that mean, though? What's he going to do? The brothers made their first appearance in court in about 30 years. The judge decided to push their upcoming resentencing hearing, moving it from December 11 to January 30 and 31st to give the newly elected DA time to review the case. Thus, not home for the holidays. So what's going to happen here? Mark Geragos, the defense attorney for Erik and Lyle Menendez, in court today. Mark asked Newsom, the governor, to issue clemency here. He said, I defer to the DA. It's good to see you, brother. You know I'm thankful for you. You're my attorney and my friend and my mentor. So what do you think happens here and why?
Well, look, we put on, by the way, you're absolutely right. The judge put it over. He said he wasn't ready to rule, but he did do something interesting. So the prior DA, who's actually still the DA, George Gascon, he initiated the resentencing by filing the paperwork. So under California law, that's significant. The new DA, who was just elected, takes office next week. He cannot revoke that, so to speak. So that's settled law in California. But the judge today initiated also under what's called AB 600 that he was going to initiate a resentencing as well under AB 600. So we have a situation now where we will have a full-blown hearing. What may be lost in just today's continuance is that both Jose's sister and Kitty's older sister, both the older sisters, actually testified in court today. We went forward with partial of the hearing because tomorrow Joan turns 93 and Jose's sister, Teresa, Aunt Terry as they call her, is 85 years young and has been battling cancer. Both of them, I wanted to preserve their testimony. We did that today. I will tell you, as cynical or as hard-boiled as I am, it brought a tear to my eye, both of them, to hear them talk directly to the judge and tell the judge. Now, mind you, remember, they're not just Lyle and Erik's aunts. They are the victims in this case because their little brother and little sister, respectively, are the deceased. And they said, it's been enough. It's been 35 years. We want them home. So that was very moving. I have
one of them
all
said
the
on this
confidence
show
in the world we're going to prevail.
One of them said on the show that I believed them about what was happening, and I didn't know. I mean, we had heard things, we suspected, but it was at a time when people weren't so forthcoming about that and didn't want to acknowledge it. And, you know, had I known, it's terrible what these boys went through. So how does the politics get you? Do you think this new DA doesn't want the same? Does it work for this DA politically to reduce this sentence, or is he a tough-on-crime guy?
Well, look, part of the politics of this, and the irony is that 30 years ago, as I've been saying since well before the election, 30 years ago, when a jury heard all the defense evidence, two separate juries, they voted not guilty on murder, and all of them tilted, more than half, tilted towards manslaughter. 8 days after OJ was acquitted, all the rulings changed. The second trial with a third jury happened. They were convicted. That was DA politics 30 years ago.
Without the same evidence.
I'm hopeful.
Without the same evidence.
Yeah, without the same evidence. Exactly.
Right.
And now I'm hopeful 30 years later, we've got two very experienced DAs who are on this case, the deputy DAs. They've done hundreds of these resentencing, and I'm hopeful that cooler heads will prevail, and that if Hochman does the hard work, and I have no reason to believe he won't, that he's going to come to the same conclusion that everybody has. I will tell you what the problem is with this case. Tomorrow is when the habeas response is due by the DA's office. I hate to make a prediction, but if it goes as I think it will go, have me on tomorrow and I'll tell you exactly what I think is really going on. And we'll wait till tomorrow to see whether the DA's office answers the habeas or not.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.